The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the terrific Tuesday, the February 18th edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin our day with a bit of a mixed bag out there. You've got the Dow that's off 27 points. The S&P's up 7. NASDAQ is up 2. Russell's up 13. Trenders are up 122. Semis are up 59 points out there. Gold is up $44. Silver's up 44 cents. Light sweet crude. Let me just change this here. $4.25. It's up, looks like about 75 cents. Let's see here. Whereas the April contract is up 95 cents out there. Natural gas is up 5 cents out there. Let's try to figure out what some of this means here. We do have a couple of signals. For example, high-grade copper. High-grade copper has a completed TD9 count topping pattern out there. We'll see this charts here momentarily. Bottom right, you're going to notice that you see a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal for the 30-minute time frame out there. So you got to expect or anticipate some type of counter trend rally. That first counter trend move ought to take us to its oscillator and change line, and that's up at the price point to 4.5649. If price is able to overtake that, that means close above it, then we should see a rally up towards the 458 to 459 level. And 459 is really a key area out there. You've got a TD9 count top, a new bear structured profile, and price right now trading below its oscillator and change line. That's at 459, same level as, if you will, as the profile levels that we looked at on the 30-minute time frame chart. Price is trying to get above that. If it closes below that area, the oscillator and change line is green. You really have to get it close below today's low, the TD9 count pattern out here. And that price point is at 4.546 to signal that it wants to make a move back to daily profile support. And that's at the $4.44 mark out there. So that's what's going on. We take a look at high-grade copper. The XLK. So the number one weighted sector with inside the S&P 500 has triggered a TD9 count top. Today will become bar number 9 of that pattern. That's if it closes above the close of bar number 5. Well, we can see that that is a very likely outcome. The close of bar number 5 back here, that was February 11th, and that close was 236.31. So you're going to get a TD9 count top that confirms today, completes tomorrow. I would say, so we're trading inside its all-time swing point. I believe that it is. Give me a second here. Just let me open this chart up. And it is. So we're trading inside its swing point from back on January 24th. 3.3 million shares traded that day. On Friday, we had 2.2 million shares, so coming in light, but today's more important. 654,000 shares in the first less than 2 hours of trading. Let's make it 8. That's about 2.5 million shares. So we're pulling into the swing point with lighter volume. But as long as it closes above 238.53, still the odds are that price is going to go test that high of 242.58. That's the daily time frame for the XLK. The XLK, I don't have any kind of a top on a 30-minute time frame chart out here. So that says it can continue to rally. Let's move on to the next signal we have out here, NVIDIA. So that's perking the ears of most folks. It's got a TD9 count top that's going to go ahead and form today. It'll complete tomorrow. Momentarily, we'll have those charts up on our screen out here, and I can give you a diagnosis of where price is headed to, and also what we've got going on its intraday, or at least its 30-minute time frame chart. So we've got a TD9 count daily time frame top that's forming today, and TD9 count breakdown resistance at 141.82, and also at the top of its daily profile. The top of its daily profile, that's where the sellers reside, is at 143.48. Our high today, 143.44. Do we have to get right up to it? No, we don't. We're trading right up into its to where the sellers are located. Weekly time frame chart has a resistance up at 144.21. Monthly charts got it at 146.89. The monthly chart does have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, a TD9 count top out there, but the key level of support for NVIDIA would be 109.42. So what does this say? We're going to have a 3-day rally likely today, perhaps tomorrow's 4-bar rally, completing that TD9 count top, and then we should see at least a 2-day pullback out there. We have any other signal changes. Let's take a look at Broadcom. This could be an old signal out here, but let's take a quick peek at it. Looks like it's got a TD9 count topping pattern that is in play. Go ahead, and it does. But I remember now, I have to go look at how small the body movement was in order to generate that TD9 count top. Doesn't matter. Price is below the oscillator and change line. Likely level of support that it's going to go target is 222.91. That happens to be the top of its daily profile. When price were to close below that, it would get down to its breakout level of 213.51. Any other signals? Nothing else that I see out here. So let's take a tour of what's going on in the cash indices. Let's look at the cash indices. So we've got the NDX 100 in terms of U.S. dollars hit a new all-time high today. What it has triggered, a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. That says what we're looking for there is we'd be waiting for a bearish reversal candle to identify a top. If that were to form, then we would see price pull back to support. And right now, as of 11:13, that level of support would be at 21,879. The Dow Jones Cash Index, just a sideways move, price below its oscillator and change line, not as bullish as the NDX 100 or the S&P 500. The S&P 500 targeting its all-time high. Let's open up this set of charts out here. That's a trading session from January 24th out there. In order to close above 61.2818 on a cash indice basis would go ahead and put us into a bullish breakout mode for the S&P 500. For the S&P 500. Russell 2000 just been a sideways move. It did have that nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, but since then it's just been a sideways move. Semis trade above their green oscillator and change line into their gap to the downside out there. So they're inside the gap. Odds favor that price is going to go make its way up to the top of the gap. That would be the low of January 24th, and that low is 53.2061. Transports are going to be bar number 7 of a TD9 count. They're taking on their TD9 count top from January 27th, so it's likely to continue to rally. NASDAQ Composite wants to rally as well. And the New York Stock Exchange, just to close things off, it wants to make a run for its TD9 count breakdown level. That's at 2315.58. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back from this break. We're going to look at Wolf, PRQR, EWG, and APP. Love to hear from you. Steve at TFNN.com. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go cry for the Wolfman. We're looking at ticker symbol WOLF. This is for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. Dan, you got price right now. It's in a, you've got a profile change in trend for the daily time frame. This will be day number 2, above the top of its profile. It'll be day number 4 of consecutive moves higher. So I would say this is likely getting ready for a 1 or 2 day retracement out there. Just a likely possibility. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, price remains below profile support out there, and that level's at 812. So that's going to be your resistance level on a further rally out there. We also have resistance at its monthly oscillator and change line. That's up at the price level of the 802 area. 802. So you got 802, 812. Those are your levels in your day number 4 of consecutive moves higher. So price is running up towards resistance levels, not anywhere near that just yet, running up towards that level on a you got a TD9 count bottom pattern that is likely going to go ahead and form at the end of this month out there. So that's a positive. With that daily profile change in trend. So the best information right now that I can provide to you is just simply you should be preparing for a 1 or 2 day retracement out there, and then where your resistance levels are up and they're really in that 812 area. Let's just simply use that one figure out there. So I hope that helps you out, Dan, with regard to the Wolfman. You also had a request to take a look at ticker symbol PRQR, which is having a nice day out there, trading at 257. It's traded above a prior swing point. That prior swing point was from the trading day of February 6th. There were 407,000 shares that traded that day so far, and a little bit less than 2 hours of trading. Whoops, we lost it. Less than 2 hours of trading. This has done 82,000. So 82,000 times 3, so you got about 240. So you're moving into that swing point where you're taking it out with lighter volume. Does that matter? Doesn't really matter. Where's the next level of resistance? That's the real question. It's between 265 and 270. How can you say that, Steve-O? Well, the way that we can say that is because that's the top of its weekly profile. That was a bullish structured profile. And when you close above the center of a bullish structured profile, which it did last week, odds favor you make your way up to resistance. This case here, 265. 270 happens to be the weekly oscillator and change line. On a monthly time frame, you've got just nothing more than a sideways consolidation out there. Let's go ahead and extend this out. So there's our sideways consolidation, give or take out there. Price right now, it's just trading that sideways consolidation, but it is above profile resistance out here. The top of the profile is at 432. I take that back. Wait a minute. Oh, there is a new profile. I can't see it. So you got support at 191, bullish structured profile. 191 to 221 is your buy zone. 432 is the resistance level. Now I see it very clear. So with regard to PRQR, this is going to be day number 5 of consecutive moves higher. That would suggest we should prepare for a 1 or 2 day pullback out there. What you'd love to see is a close above 270, Dan. You get above 270, you head back to the top of the consolidation pattern or up towards the 432 level out there. And at 392, you've got your weekly TD9 count breakdown resistance line. That was Wolf and PRQR for Dan inside the Tigers. And of course, folks, I would love to hear from you as well. Reach out to me at steve@tfnn.com or 8. Well, you can't call in. But of course, if you're inside the Tigers Den, you can go ahead and send me your request that way. We're going to go take a look at EWG for Mr. Bill. Now, Mr. Bill was interested in the shorter term time frames. We're going to take a look at them all, but we're going to start with the shorter term time frame. 15-minute, just went ahead and confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price ought to pull back to 36.85. If it closed below 36.85, it should continue to drift lower. Maybe it's just down to where it gapped up this morning, anywhere between the range of 36.76 and 36.84. No topping signal yet on a 30-minute time frame chart. Nothing on the 65-minute time frame chart. Nothing on the 130-minute chart, although I will say that a TD9 count pattern has been taken out. So that's a bullish positive. 195-minute chart, there's 295-minute bars in a day. You're in bar number 9 right now. This suggests that by day's end, you have a TD9 count top completion with price pulling back to test support. Support here would be the top of its profile. That would be the first level, 36.63. On a daily time frame, your bar number 8 of a TD9 count. That suggests that a TD9 count top forms between today and the next 2. So by Thursday out there. Weekly time frame, you're in wave number 7. That's letter G, but that needs a lower close in order to confirm that top. The earliest that would be next Friday. The monthly chart is looking muy bueno out there. It's taking out its TD9 count breakdown resistance level. It's trying to take out a TD9 count top. That's from the trading session of June of 2021 out there. There were 53 million shares that traded that month. This month, we're up to 13 million shares. So light volume as we come to that swing point high. We are trading above that swing point high, 36.49. We're at 36.87. What happens if we take that out? Well, I would say this is a sideways consolidation pattern, a big one. If we take a look at the EWG out here, let's look at the other side, the bullish side of that trade right now. Let's go ahead and draw in that rectangular consolidation. Pretty easy for each of us to see this out here. So we're going to call that the top. This is the bottom. And if we do get a break above, let me just hold on a minute. That's the monthly time frame chart. So the monthly time frame chart is setting up the potential. I really got to squeeze this down. So this would be over time. So you're going to want to watch this over time. The monthly chart is basically saying that it wants to get up towards about the 52.08 level. But first things first. First, you got to deal with the TD9 count top on a daily time frame and then a retracement. But longer term, weekly and monthly here for EWG. What is EWG? I'm not even sure which ETF, which country. We're looking at a country there. It doesn't really matter what we're looking at. We're agnostic to it. So short term, getting ready for a short term top. But I think intermediate and long term, this thing looks like it wants to continue to rally. The last request that we've had so far, so please get your requests in here, comes from David up in Panama City. That wasn't it. David in Panama City wanted to take a look at APP out here. Nope, that wasn't it. That was Meta. Maybe he wanted to look at Meta. No, he's not. He's in a call position. Right now in APP, if you look at the monthly time frame is just simply all out bullish. So it's above all resistance levels. If we look at the weekly time frame, same thing. Last week, price negated a TD9 count top that had formed on December the 6th. So this wants higher price. Now, it does have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that's triggered. That says a bearish reversal candle would identify a top. Not until then. So let's look at the daily time frame. Your first signal of any kind of top will come from the daily time frame out there, David. And what we've got right now is we've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that has been triggered. That also then requires a bearish reversal candle. Short of that, price is likely to head higher out there. From a support standpoint, should price pull back, your first level of support would have to be the daily oscillator and change line, and that would be at 431.71 out there. If price were to close below that, then you could be looking at a move back to the 418.94 level. That would be the weekly oscillator and change line. But right now, APP looks looks good. Looks good daily. Looks good weekly. Most certainly weekly out there. And I'd say the daily chart looks very good as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few. No requests, so hopefully there have been a few that have put inside the Tigers Den or some by email. Not too late to put in those requests. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, reversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The events for this month are February 14th and 21st, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. No requests in the queue, so let's just kind of surf around, and we'll begin by taking a look at the NQ. So we take a look at the NQ. We know that from a daily perspective, prices trading is gunning for its all-time highs out there. The all-time high inside the NQ, the March contract, that formed on December 16th. As long as price remains inside that candle, that would be between the level of 22.050.50 and 22.450. Prices likely go target the 22.450 level. Now, getting in the way of that unfolding are some intraday topping patterns. So as an example, the 5-hour time frame chart has a completed or will be completing a TD9 count topping pattern. Price right now is just trading with inside. Well, it's actually pulled back to the level where a counter trend move would find support. So this is a very first key flash point, if you will, and that flash point number is going to be 22.186.05. Now, it doesn't matter where it's trading at 11:31. It matters where the NQ is trading at 2 p.m. If it is trading above that level, then a key area of support will have held, even though it's got a TD9 count top, and that says they prepare for a rally. If we look at the 4-hour time frame chart out there, right now we just have price trading with inside its profile. Rhodes momentum indicator top on the 2-hour chart, price below profile. A move lower would go target the 22.092 level. That would be its breakout area. No bottom signal on the 60-minute time frame, no bottom signal on the 30-minute time frame or the 15-minute. Well, I probably should just hold on a minute. I think this has been on for a while. Just need to reset a few things. Let me make sure of that. The 10-minute chart is one that's got a TD9 count bottom. So that formed a TD. Let me just open this up. It works the same way no matter what time period we look at. No matter what time period, no matter what instrument we look at. So here's a TD9 count bottom pattern that forms out here. It forms on bar number 8. After that pattern forms out here, price then, it's trading with inside a bullish structured profile. Odds favor when you close above the center of that bullish structured profile, which it did here at the time period of 11 a.m. You make a run for the top of that profile, and that's what it did. Now, the top of the profile is 22.210. We got up to 22.209.50 out there. You got to love that. So right now, we just have a consolidation with inside its profile. Now what we're watching, to the downside, most certainly watching today's low in the NQ, and that is at the 22.125 level. A close below that says we head lower. A close above 22.210.80, that's the top of the 10-minute profile, says we likely rally towards 22.309.25. So that's a 10-minute time frame chart out here for the NQ. So really the charts providing us with the information are the 5-hour time frame chart. We're watching the center of that profile because that's where counter trend moves would come to an end. And we're watching 22.210. If that center level of that 5-hour chart is going to hold, price should be able to take that out and start rallying towards a 22.309 level. Let's go try to figure out what's going on inside the ES Mini. Second here, we'll get that up on our screen. We'll actually try to put in the correct symbol. That would be very helpful for us to do that. And then it's going to take a few moments to populate. Great weekend for sports out there. A few too many crashes up at Daytona out there, but still a good race. Great hockey game, most certainly on a Saturday evening, one of the best I've seen in a long time. So, yes, looking forward to Thursday's game. Had Aberg win yesterday. Now, there's a guy that played Torrey Pines 2 weeks ago, was in the lead and came down with the flu. And the stomach flu, and was on the course and would hit a shot and then would go off to the side and throw up and then come on back and hit a ball. He ended up losing that tournament, and so it was really fitting that he won that tournament yesterday on the last putt out there. But he beat a guy, Maverick McNeely, I think is his name out there, who shot an 8 under par on a Sunday. Not an easy thing to do out there. So good golf. In any event, we do have those ES mini charts here that have populated. So when we take a look at the ES mini, remember the NQ showed us a TD9 count bottom. Not the same inside the ES mini. So no intraday bottoming signal that I see out here for the ES. We are trading below profile support or just below it on the 120-minute time frame. So you're going to want to watch that level being 61.36 out there. If price closes below that, the next area of support would have to be the 6109 to 6118 level, and that is where a counter trend move to the downside would come to an end. That is a bullish structured 5-hour time frame chart. So just like the NQ, we were looking at its 5-hour time frame chart. Here in the ES, it's got the same kind of pattern. Although price is not down yet towards the profile levels. Price is still above profile out there. You do have a 60-minute Rhodes momentum indicator top. So we got a number of topping signals out here. The one that I think that's the most important, or the most important level for us to watch, is going to be that 6109, 6118 area. Lastly, I would say what are we watching to the upside? I'd say you just take that 2-hour Rhodes momentum indicator top, and if price closes above 61.5775, you're likely to see a further rally out there. That's the ES mini. Let's go take a Goldilocks, see what the gold contract is doing. We're trading the April contract out here, so this will take just a few moments to populate. Yeah, interesting golf yesterday. Hey, how about Scotty came back almost, put himself into position yesterday after going five over in 2 or 3 holes on Sunday out there, or Saturday? Saturday, I guess it was. All right, so we got the gold contract, and you've got gold that's got that TD9 count top. It had a big move to the downside, most certainly on Friday, but that move to the downside was nothing more than a test and now rejection of the top of that bearish structured daily profile. Price is above its green oscillator and change line. If it closes above it being 29.24, it increases the odds of a run for that TD9 count top. That TD9 count top is 29.6850. If we close above that, we start to head higher. Now, gold for its intraday time periods has a number of different topping signals out here. I'm most interested in the ones that are forming right now. As an example, if we take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart, I'd say that's probably the most important at this moment in time. It completed a TD9 count top at 11:30, so just about 7 minutes ago. Now, if price is able to close above that high, 29.4770, that will tell you about a strong upward momentum move for the 30-minute time frame, and suggests that we head to higher ground out there. Now, that higher ground would say, you know what, on a 2-hour time frame, I'm currently in bar number 8 of a TD9 count. We know that the top can come on bars 8, bar 9, or the bar following bar number 9. So that says this has got about 5 hours, 6 hours or so. Well, let's see, this bar that we're in right now, bar number 8 is going to complete at 12 noon. I take that back. So you got another 4 hours before gold will likely put in at least a topping pattern for that 2-hour time frame. 4-hour wants to move higher. They're all suggesting moving higher. So it looks like to me, price is going to go test that daily TD9 count top. That might be the end of it, and then we get a little bit of a retracement out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We've got a couple of requests that have come in. The first one coming in from Sat P. He wants to take a look at Intuit. We take a look at, was it Intuit you want to look at? Oh, man. All these came in. Did I get it? Yeah, you did. INTU. So what I've got out here is I've got a seventh wave bottom signal out there. That is wave, that is letter number G on my screen. That went ahead and confirmed on the trading day of February the 13th. And right now on a daily basis, what you have is a consolidation with inside its profile. 578.59 at support, 596.54 as resistance. The price takes out profile resistance. You've got breakdown resistance at 627.50. TD9 count bottom will form this week as long as price on Friday closes below 597.95. The monthly time frame chart, let's go ahead and populate this, but you just have a consolidation with inside its profile. After having formed a TD9 count top, it went ahead and completed that pattern in March of 2024. We're now coming into March of 2025. It's basically been a dead money consolidation between 572 and 671 out there. You also had a request to take a look at BIIB out there. That's not where I put it. I must have put it here. So now when we take a look at this, you've got a daily Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern that formed 3 sessions ago. What price is doing today, though, it is trading below its red oscillator and change line. What that means is that we have a falling price oscillator below 0. Those are bearish conditions. If price closes the day below 137.06, well, one, it's trading into the swing point from back on February 12th. 3.5 million shares traded that day. A little over 2 hours worth, 345. Price is pulling back with light volume. That's a good thing. But you still close below that red oscillator and change line. You could get back to test those lows out there. On a weekly time frame, this negated a TD9 count bottom pattern last week out there. It has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that has been triggered. It has a wave number 7 bottom that has been signaled. The wave number 7 needs a higher low, so the earliest confirmation of that would be next Friday. The Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that's triggered just needs a bullish reversal candle. If you get that, then that would form some type of bottom. So you do have a daily bottom, but it's questionable with price below its red oscillator and change line. BIB is definitely trying to bottom out here. On a monthly basis, you have a TD9 count, bar number 8, that's going to form this month. That says that you should form a bottom between February and April out there. So a long time to wait. Of course, those signals we'd first see on the weekly. So you've got the daily signal. The question is, can you get a signal on the weekly? And if you do, then you likely have got a bottom pattern out there. Now, in order for the monthly chart to confirm bar number 8 out there, you need to see a close below, which is going to easily be 174. But then next month, you'd have to see a close below a 160.63. So that's what I see when I take a look at BIIB out there, SAT-P. Hope that provided you with the information you were looking for. And as always, thanks so much for taking the time to provide Stevie with the request. CRNT, that's trading out at $3.48. It's trading below daily profile support. Its next level of support, which is going to be its target, is $3.16. On a weekly time frame, this formed a TD9 count top. It's trading below profile support, which it closed below last week. This tells you that it could be targeting 243. Now, those two targets to the downside will not get met until the monthly time frame chart, which does have a sell the D point top out there. That formed last month, but what price is doing right now, it's testing after it formed its top. It's testing its first level of support. And that first level of support is $3.41. That is its monthly oscillator and change line. So price will not get back to 316 or 243 until it starts to close or trade below, not close, but certainly trade below 341 out there. So that's what we see on CRNT. It's looking like it wants some lower price. Let's go take a look at Amazon. This would be from Mohammed, who wrote in, and we got Amazon trading below profile support and likely gunning for its breakout area. Its breakout area out here is at 220.31. You're 224.66. The weekly time frame chart, what do we have out here? On a weekly time frame, we just have price trading with inside its profile. If 220.31 doesn't hold the support, 218.83 ought to. That is the bottom of its weekly profile. That's a profile that formed last week. And if 218.83 doesn't hold on Amazon, price will go target 205.49-ish. 205.49 is its monthly oscillator and change line. So Amazon provided us with signals right now that it wants lower price, 220.31 to 218 being the first level that it is gunning for. The next request, I don't know if I was able to get this populated. I was not. So that was Amazon. It was a take look at PAYC. So let's get this chart here to populate. This will take probably about 15, 20 seconds or so out there. So we're going to look at PAYC. We're going to look at the TLT for Mike in Tampa. We're going to look at uranium, URA for Mike in Tampa as well. Hector's got a question about the dollar. But now we're looking at PAYC, which is trading out at 213.80. So this has been trading sideways on a daily basis since about the middle part of December. So you got a sideways consolidation. In order to take out that consolidation, price needs to close above the high from January 28th, 217.93. If it can close above 217.93, price will make a run for the sell zone from its weekly time frame. And the weekly time frame sell zone profile is between 227.23 and 242.74. That's where you'd start to see some real, well, you certainly would want to have your seatbelts on. And on a monthly basis, price right now is dealing with resistance. So the resistance level here is the top of its profile. That's at 214.52. We're trading at 213.80. So watch that monthly resistance out there. If price can deal with that, and if price can close above 217.93, you ought to see a nice rally up towards that 227 level out there. TLT, let me put the TLT up on our screen out here. This is for Mike in Tampa. And we can also take a look at the 30-year Treasury, but let's just put up the TLT, see what it says first. Well, we're going to try to do that. It's not working, so we got to go back and do this here. Let's get this fired up. Okay. So what else do I want to talk about here while I wait for this to and I'm asking you the question. You're like, how do I know what the heck you're talking about out there? So let's take a look at the TLT. On a monthly time frame, what you have going on here, Mike, is a consolidation with inside its bullish structured profile. You have a buy zone between 85.07 and looks like about 87.71, but where's my cursor? It's between 87.71. And resistance up at 95.65. So it's a consolidation. It's got a bottoming pattern. Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. On a weekly basis, looks like you've got a buy the D point bottom out there. Do you? Doesn't matter. You've got a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal back here. Price was tested. So what are we doing right now? Okay, so now we got that established. We're just consolidating with inside its profile, which we're watching for on TLT. It closed above 88.87 for 2 consecutive weeks, last week and the week before. That's typically a signal that this wants to break out and move to higher price out there. Nothing holding it back on the daily time frame chart. Although, where's the top of its profile? I know that's what you asked me for. Why am I asking you? 86.98 is the number out there. So you're trading about profile resistance and its oscillator and change line out here. TLT. I don't know. I don't have a great read, quite frankly, Mike, in Tampa on the TLT. I'll put up the 30-year Treasury, see if we get any better signal as we go to that break. We'll come back. We'll look at uranium, PPTA, and the U.S. dollar index. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. I've got the 30-year Treasury up on my screen. We can see the price is trying to get back inside its profile. If it closes the day below 115.01, it's likely going to go target the 114.16 level to the 114.09 area. That's about as good of a read as I can get from the 30-year Treasury at this moment in time. Let's take a look at our next request out here. That wasn't it. Sorry. Let's go to... what do we got? Intel. If we take a look at Intel, it's having a heck of a day. You're in bar number 6 on the daily time frame. You're trading above profile resistance on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, your resistance level is going to be the price point from the high of November 8th. That's 26.43. If Intel can take out 26.43, you likely go target the top of its monthly profile. And that'd be up at the 34.65 level out there. So that's what's going on with regard to Intel. Let's take a look at ticker symbol URA. This is for Mike in Tampa. Mike, you've got uranium consolidated with inside its profile. 27.40 is support. 29.73 is resistance. You got a consolidation with inside profile on the weekly time frame, and the same thing on the monthly time frame signals out there. So we don't think we need much more than that. Let's get over to PPTA. I'm just trying to squeeze in all these requests that have come in at the last minute. PPTA is taking a dive to the downside on Friday. That dive to the downside went right to its buy zone from its weekly time frame. That's between the range of 906 and 952. So that key level of support is going to be 906. If that area were to fail, you'd see price get back to 864-ish. That's the oscillator and change line. That's after having formed and having completed a TD 9-count topping pattern out there. Last one, we take a look at the U.S. dollar index. This is for Hector and Patty. The question is this an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside? And the answer to that question is yes, it would need a bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. I think the U.S. dollar index, it's trading at the bottom of its weekly profile out there. So that's at a key level of support. And that level of support, this is what you'll be watching at 106.52. Hector and Patty, if that level fails, we likely see the dollar get to the 105.74 level. We made it through all the requests out there. That's a beautiful thing. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks. Thanks much for joining us. Stay tuned for the great program we've got lined up for you. And I will see you tomorrow on wonderful Wednesday. Take care. Be safe out there.